Hey everybody, how you guys all doing? I miss you guys. I miss Faith Heritage. Before I get started, I want to ask you all a question. Have any of you ever fallen out of a tree, landed on a stick that shoved so far up your nose that you thought you might have pierced your brain? It's a good question. I'm guaranteeing none of you have done that. Excuse me as I take a sip of my coffee. Before I get into that story, I want to just tell you guys that I miss you. My name is Colby Sutter. I'm a storyteller who writes to keep dead people alive while inspiring the outcasts of this world to chase after the future they want to create. And I've spoken at chapel, I've spoken at retreats, and I know most of you, but for all of you who do not know me, just know that I miss you guys, and my heart goes out to all of you who can't be with your friends, who can't see graduation, so especially you seniors, who just can't go to school and be around each other. It's heartbreaking to me. So that being said, I want to kind of encourage you guys that how many of you have ever been scared, ever been frustrated, or ever been defeated? How many of you have ever faced a problem and lost your purpose or your motivation to get through that problem? It could be this coronavirus. It could be not seeing your friends, not be able to graduate, not be able to go to the next level of your grade, or not knowing what you're going to do with college. It could be any age level, any degree that you faced a problem, you lost your purpose, and you lost your motivation. That's what we're going to talk about today. But before I do, I'm going to show you guys my shoes, because I love shoes. I have over 150 pairs of shoes. So if I was there in person today, I'd be wearing my human race shoes. That's what I decided. I'd be wearing my human race shoes. And I love coffee. Got myself a little Starbucks coffee in my Hustle Cup. It's like 5 a.m. in the morning, and I'm filming this for you guys. I did earlier, and my phone ran out of memory, so I had to do this again. So I'm going to make this story a lot quicker today. Matter of fact, because I love coffee, I'm making this up as I go. I would love to somehow buy a gift card for one or two of the seniors for Starbucks. Get you guys a coffee. It's my way of saying I'm sorry. And I'm sorry that you guys just can't be at graduation. So I'll talk to Mr. Hammond about that and how we can maybe have a little competition or something and pick two people to win a gift card that I will give you guys to Starbucks. So I'm going to put this on pause for a minute so I can go grab my Bible. Hold on 1 second. Okay, I'm back. I'm sorry my little clicker's not working, so I can't just be fancy and push pause. I actually have to touch the screen like this. So if you see me touching the screen to push pause, I apologize ahead of time. This story took place when I was in 7th or 8th grade. I just moved to a new school. I'm trying to make new friends. I'm in a new neighborhood. I moved from the inner city of Rochester, which is city, to this country town. I actually moved off a dirt road. Try to say that 10 times fast. I moved off a dirt road, into the middle of nowhere. And I hate woods. You can ask my wife to this day. I talk about getting rid of all the grass in our front and backyard and laying down concrete so we can, be a lot easier to mow the lawn and take care of the yard that way. I just don't like trees. I don't like grass. I'm not a big woods person. I know you might find that hard to believe. So I moved to this new area that's surrounded by woods, and I decided to play football. I played a little football in Rochester, and I also wrestled, so I went out for the football team. The problem with going out for the football team is the after-school bus that I had to ride home would not drop me off in front of my house. It dropped me off in front of the first dirt road. So I had to walk about 1.5 miles down this dirt road past these rabid demon-possessed dogs to another dirt road just to get to my house. My mom, she's an angel, and she used to work 2 jobs to put food on the table for me and my Viking brother. So she always was working and couldn't pick me up after school. This made no sense to me because my before school bus would pick me up right in front of my house. So I don't know why my after-school bus was afraid of dirt. It made no sense, and I wasn't a big fan of it. Anywho, I digress. So I get dropped off this one particular day in front of the dirt road, and I'm walking down this dirt road to this corner. So if you can picture it, here's the house with these three rabid dogs tied to trees right here. So you'd have to come to this corner right here before you could even see the rabid dogs. And every time we went by them, they hated preteen boys for some reason. They would run right up to the road and start barking at you, but they would get, choked out a little bit by the collar and whipped back. But they would keep barking, growling, drooling, foaming at the mouth, trying to get at these preteen boys, aka me. Before I moved to this place, I actually got bitten 4 other times by dogs, so me and dogs just didn't get along at this time. So this particular day, I get up to the edge of the dirt road, and what do I see? I see one of these chain dogs off its chain, standing in the middle of the road, just staring at me. As soon as it stares at me, I freeze like a deer in headlights. I'm like, just froze, waiting. And the dog's just looking at me. And I see it turn, nod to its boys. And the 2 other dogs come walking around and just walk right next to it and just stand, all of them off its leash. And I swear one of them says to me, "What's up now?" So I look to my left, it's all woods. I look to my right, it's even deeper woods. I look behind me and I think to myself, I am not outrunning these 3 crazy dogs on the straight path, dirt path. They're gonna attack me, rip my flesh apart and kill me. What am I gonna do? So as I'm thinking of this one main dog in the middle looks at me and just goes, "Rah, rah, rah," and just starts running, and the other 2 start running. So I just out of reflex start running to the right to the right, into the woods. I'm jumping over trees, I'm jumping over bushes, I'm running through things, I'm just running like Usain Bolt, just wah. In about 10 minutes of running, I start getting out of breath. I'm like, so I turn around to see where the dogs are at. Nothing, not one dog. None of them followed me into the woods. Maybe, I don't know, or maybe I outran them. All I know is nothing, no dog around. I was scared. The first stage of not knowing what to do or being where you're going to be, there's 3 stages that we're going to quick talk about today, is first the scared stage. I was scared, so I took off running. My purpose was to get home. These dogs got in the way of my purpose. It was a virus that prevented me from getting to where I wanted to go, so I got scared and I took off running in the opposite direction of my house. Hold on one more second. I'm going to pause it so I can get a sip of coffee. Okay, so I'm in these woods, I'm looking around, and I'm lost. I have no idea where I am. I'm scared I'm going to start getting eaten by bears and werewolves and dinosaurs, I don't know what. So I start trying to find my way out, and it's starting to get dusk. And I see this giant pond. My theory is if I just walk straight, I will find my way out. Eventually, the flat earth, I'm not a flat earther, will get me out if I just walk straight. The woods will end eventually. So that's my theory. I get to this giant pond and I start walking around it. So here's the pond, and as I walk around it, now I'm kind of going this way. I'm not going straight anymore. And then I got to this pricker bush, and I had to go around the pricker bush. So now I'm kind of going this way when here is straight, and I'm trying to come back around, but it makes me get even more lost in the woods. I have no idea where I am, and now I get frustrated. It's starting to get darker. 2 hours have passed. I'm frustrated. So what do? I devise another plan. When you're stuck in situations, when you're scared, when you don't know what to do, you have to keep analyzing and keep thinking of other plans. So, out of frustration, I come up to this other pond, and I'm like, I'm gonna keep going straight, I don't care no more. This pond is full of piranhas and snakes and Loch Ness monsters, and they're all just kind of popping out of the water, going, "Come on in." And I just head right through the pond. When you're frustrated, you just don't care. As I'm going through the pond, I get stuck in this dirt, and the dirt kind of pulls me underwater. My backpack full of books fall into the water. My wallet falls out, lost it forever into the water, and I go under the water. And I fight myself out, and I just keep walking through the pond, and I get to the other side. As I get out of the pond, I'm covered in blood. No idea how, no idea why. And then I keep walking straight. I get to this more area of going straight, and I come into this pricker bush that's ginormous. And I decide I'm just walking right through this dang thing too. So I walk through the pricker bush, and now my legs, my arms are even more cut. I got blood coming out of my arms, my legs. It's getting dark. It's probably about 7 or 8 o'clock now. I'm soaking wet. I'm cold, I'm frustrated, and I can't find my way out of the woods. So I remember thinking to myself, I remember as a kid, if you sit still when you're lost, someone will come find you. So I sat still for about 5-6 seconds, and then I realized if I keep sitting still, I'm gonna be 27 years old, that's how old I am, and still be in these woods. No one's ever gonna find me. So I had to devise another plan. I thought to myself, what should I do? How should I rethink my purpose to get out of this woods? What do I have to do? In life, do you think of solutions or do you think of problems? I think of solutions. Ever since I was a kid, I thought of creative solutions to my problems. It's just been kind of my thing. So I'm thinking, what do I do? And what do? I decide I'm gonna walk straight, and this time I'm gonna yell for help. I'm gonna keep yelling until somebody hears me, then I'll stop and listen to see if anyone responds. So I keep walking. Help! Help! Nothing. Stop. Nothing. I keep walking. Help! Help! Nothing. I'm trying to find a solution to my problem, but it's not working. I did this for about an hour, nothing. And this time I just break down. I start crying, ugly crying. I'm just completely defeated. And I'm thinking I'm gonna live in these woods for the rest of my life and have to live off of beef jerky from deer. I don't know how the deer turn into beef jerky, but I'll eat it. So I'm sitting there, and stage 3 comes. Defeated stage. I just give up, and I'm sad, and I think I'm gonna be in these woods forever. But then, because I think of solutions and not problems, when you're in a situation, do you think of solutions or do you think of problems? I decided I got a brilliant idea. Because I'm hopeless and I'm defeated, I think to myself, if I climb a tree, because now it's pitch black in this woods, and look for light, I will see a light to a house and eventually get out and I'll walk towards that light. So that's what I did. I climb a tree. I sound like a squirrel. I get up and I'm looking for a light. Nothing. Climb out. Climb another tree. Looking for a light. Nothing. Climb another tree. Look for a light. Nothing. But I had to keep thinking to myself, I need to keep trying solutions to this problem or I'm going to be stuck here. I need a new purpose, and my new purpose is to find light. That purpose will bring me to my next purpose of getting out. Sometimes in life we have to find a solution and a new purpose, because that purpose and that solution will give us motivation and it will give us direction. And we need motivation and direction to achieve our purpose. So I climb another tree. Little squirrel. Look out. This time I see a light. I get excited. I think to myself, I'm finally gonna get out. So I start climbing down the tree and I slip because my shoes are all wet and I'm soaking wet, and I fall, boom, out of the tree. And as I did, this stick goes flying up my nose. And I get up, and it's so hard up there that I had to actually physically pull it out, and it rips this side of my nose open, and I have blood oozing out of the middle of my nose, and now I have blood oozing out of my arms and my legs. I'm sopping wet, I'm cold. It's about 9:30, 10 at night, and I'm lost, and I'm scared, and I think to myself, I still have a solution to my problem, and that solution is to walk towards that light. So now I have this new motivation inside, I have this new excitement, I had this new purpose to find that light, and that's what I did. I started walking, and finally, at about 15, 20 minutes of walking, I come up to this house at 10:30 at night. I knock on the door, and these people answer the door, and here I am, soaked in blood, wet, crying, and they look at me and they say, "How can I help you?" Long story short, I end up in the hospital, and they have to scrape every cut out of my leg because I had this swamp juice in it, and then I had to rub cream all over my legs for about 3 months for them to heal, and that meant I had to wear shorts to school at this new school, trying to meet new friends, because my legs were so badly cut. If I wore jeans, the jeans would stick to that cream and then rip off and pull the scabs off. It was horrible, but I found my way out of the woods because I kept looking for creative solutions to my problems. When you guys are facing a problem in life, when you can't get to graduation, when you can't see your friends, when you can't do this or that, do you look for creative solutions, or do you just sit in the woods and wait for someone to help you? This story reminded me of a story in the Bible. So let's look at this story real fast. I'm gonna push pause so I can find out where the story is in the Bible, and I'll be right back. Hold on. All right. So So I had new purpose, and a new purpose gave me new energy. A new purpose, a new solution gives us energy. So the Bible verse that we're talking about here is Matthew 15:21. I have it written down so I can look at it. And it says this. It's one of my favorite stories in the Bible, just because it's so weird and so out of character, it seems like, for Jesus. Jesus was leaving this place, and Jesus withdrew. And a Canaanite woman came up to him and said to him, crying out, Lord, Son of David, have mercy on me. My daughter is demon-possessed and suffering terribly. Jesus did not answer her. So his disciples came to him and urged him to send her away because she was following him and crying out after him. And he answered to her this, I have not come, or I was sent only to the lost sheep of Israel. So basically Jesus said this to her, I'm not going to help you. I'm only here to help the Jews. Sorry, lady. Boom. No one ever talks about this verse because it's so weird, because Jesus actually tells this woman, no, I'm here for the Jews. It's not your time yet. Paul's not here to preach to the Gentiles. Sorry, you're out of luck. So what does a woman do? What do you do when you're told no, when you can't do something? This woman was told basically, no, I'm not going to heal your daughter from Jesus, from God. She could have sat down in the middle of the woods and just given up. Or she could think of a creative solution to her problems. What would you do in the solution? Do you focus on a solution, or do you focus on the problem? It's a great question. She thought of a creative solution to the problem. She didn't give up. She kept thinking of new solutions to the problem. So what she did was she actually said to Jesus, but yes, don't even the dogs from the masters eat from the crumbs from the table? And Jesus is like, woman, I haven't seen such great faith around. Your daughter now is healed. What did she do? She focused on a solution to her problem instead of focusing on the problem. When we focus on the problem, we withdraw and give up. When we focus on a solution, it gives us energy and motivation and helps drive us. So how many of you would have walked away when Jesus said no? Raise your hand. Adam, Andrew, I see you. You can put your hand down. How many of you would think of a creative solution? How many of you would focus on the solution instead of the problem? When we're in this situation right now that we're in, not knowing what tomorrow brings, we need to think of creative solutions. We need to focus on the problem, because that will give us new purpose inside. That will give us new energy inside. That will motivate us to proceed into other avenues of the solution instead of the problem. So I have a challenge for you guys. But before I give you that challenge, I know many of you are feeling scared. Many of you are feeling frustrated. Many of you are feeling defeated. And just like me in my story, I could have given up when I was scared, frustrated, or defeated, and just sat down and took that no, like the woman could have. Or I could have focused on the solutions to my problems to find new purposes. Finding creative solutions to your problem will give you purpose. I'm going to say that one more time. Finding creative solutions to your problems will give you purpose. Finding a new approach will keep it energized and motivated. A new creative solution. The key is to focus once again on solutions to our problems. I keep repeating this because whenever I tell a story, I like to make one point. One takeaway, and that's my takeaway. When we are in trouble, we need to find creative solutions to our problems. So here's my challenge for you. My challenge for all of you out there, I'm going to read it so I don't forget it. I wrote down just 2 or 3 notes that I want to make sure I said, and here it is. Find creative solutions to your problems by focusing on the solution, not the problem. Try to discover new direction and new paths in life to your purpose. Try thinking of new creative ways to maybe connect with people during this time, laugh with people during this time, cry with people during this time, love people during this time. Try talking to others about your dreams and your goals, and that will produce new creative solutions and give you a purpose. Try finding new purpose when you feel stuck in life. This will motivate you. And here is a practical application on how to find new purpose inside of problems while you're finding creative solutions. It's this: dream big and focus small. My dream was to get out of the woods, but I couldn't do that on my own. So I had to dream big to get out of the woods, but focus small. What did I do? I put one little practical step into that dream, climbing a tree and looking for light, so I would not feel frustrated, stuck, and in fear and defeated. And that new focused in dream gave me purpose, motivation. So when we dream big and focus small, that gives us new purpose and gives us motivation, and it energizes us. But we must remember, to find purpose when you're stuck in life, we have to find creative solutions to our problems. We do that when we're scared, when we're defeated, and when we're frustrated. So, if you want, you can talk to Mr. Hammond, and I can send you some more videos that are way shorter than this one that will help you find purpose. I teach on how to find your purpose in life and how to find purpose in situations. But today, to find your purpose, you have to find creative solutions to your problems. That's the first step of finding your purpose. Finding creative solutions to your problems will give you purpose. When we focus on solutions instead of problems, that will give us purpose and motivation. So your challenge, once again, is to find creative solutions to your problems this week. And remember, I love you guys. I'm here to motivate you guys. I'm here to talk to you guys. If any of you need anything, let me know. And if you want some more videos, let Mr. Hammond know, and I can send you actual practical applications on how to find your purpose. And remember, if you ever are lost in the middle of the woods and defeated, frustrated, and scared, just keep going. Keep finding solutions. Keep finding your way out. When we're stuck in this coronavirus, what I've been doing is finding creative solutions to connect with my friends, connect with my family, and ways to impact my society that I normally wouldn't. We are creative people. I believe in every one of you. I can't believe some of you are actually going to college that I know. That is awesome. From every grade in Faith Heritage, just know that I love you. I'm praying for you. I got your back, and I'm proud of all of you. I will see you guys later. Have a great rest of the week.